The goals that you said you wanted at the start of the year, those are still possible. They could all happen in June. Do not be the girl, do not be the guy who you say you want the result, but you're unwilling to do the work. So much can be done in 30 days. You can meet the partner of your freaking dreams in the next 30 days. You could lose the 10 pounds. I've seen it done, Fiona, in 30 days. You could make $50,000 in sales and cash in the next 30 days. You could blow up your audience in the next 30 days. All the things that you are wanting, like actually everything that you have named as some of your goals could like very, very realistically happen in the next 30 days. But you have to decide that you've not given up yet. You have to decide that you're going to be a person who you do not end the race until you've crossed the finish line. You do not give up hope. You do not decide defeat. You do not decide the end goal until you've actually met that end goal in person. You still have a full ability to call in, to have, to completely manifest, whatever you want to say, pull into reality every result that you wanted. But if you keep deciding it's too late, if you decide that can't happen, if you decide, well, it's been this up until now, so it can't happen more, like it's not going to happen that way. So you have to decide that 30 days is actually more than enough to do so much of what you want to do. And I'm just going to be I'm going to be mean. I'm going to be mean and poke the buttons. Counting yourself out. And I'll say this to myself too. Counting yourself out is literally one of the most unsexy fucking qualities. It's so unsexy. It's so unconfident. It's so undisciplined of you. It's lazy. It's lazy. It's you wanting to get a snack, but you're like, I'm already on the couch. It's just like, too much work. It's too much work. And like, that's sarcastic. And I know we all do that, but it's literally that. You're like, oh, it just seems like it'll be a lot of work. Or like, oh, to decide that I can actually do it, it's just too much. And so don't be that person, because the reality is everything you are wanting could come through. Everything you are wanting could come through. But if you want things to change, you have to change. And you don't need some radical, complete overhaul. I need like a new brain implanted into my body to be able to pull this off. You actually just need to, number one, enter every single hour, top of the morning, top of the hour, being like, this can happen. I'm not going to decide what's going to happen, because so often what you actually do throughout the day is you predict what is or is not going to happen. Even throughout like my day, if I didn't get to the gym in the morning, it's so easy for me to be like, well, didn't get to the gym today. It's like, bitch, it's not even like 11 a.m. You have plenty of time. You cannot decide that already, unless you are just deciding defeat, unless you are deciding, I'm going to break my word to myself today. So it's things like that where it's like, so much can happen. You could have a grand creative idea that comes through that is like a great piece of content, and you go off on it. Even me today, I've had 2 series ideas just today. Now, someone better like freaking get on me and just be like, Mackenzie, where the fuck are those series, girl? What are those series? You talked about those series. Like, do you see what I mean? But the creativity can come. The actions can, all of that can come, but you have to be actually open to it. You have to be open to it. If you are not open to it, it's not going to happen. It's the same way where if you're like, I want to meet friends, don't sit at home. Don't sit at home. That doesn't make sense, right? So you have to be open. You have to put yourself out there. You have to be willing to go get it. But in 30 days, literally so much is possible. I've already made you do this. I'll go make you do this again. The goals that you said you wanted at the start of the year, those are still possible. They could all happen in June. Don't count yourself out. So it's really clear of like, where are you being an unsexy gal, unsexy guy who you count yourself out? You're being negative fucking Nancy. You're being pessimistic. Your ego is getting in the way. Don't do that. I was talking to one of you guys today. If you're afraid to go all in because you're afraid it won't happen, well, it's not going to happen anyway, because you're not willing to do the work. You're not willing to do the things that it would actually take for you to get where you want to go. You'd rather not have the life you want if it means someone gets to think you're not embarrassing or cringe or uncool or broke or whatever it is. You'd rather just stay that way. Versus if you realize that if you go all in, and all in can literally be anything, but I would actually just make all in. I'm willing to believe that something is possible, and I'm going to match my action to it. That can be that simple. Just made that up right now. If you're willing to do that and you're willing to show up for it, the thing that's going to happen, and you realize that anything you do from this day forward, this day until the end of the 90-day sprint that we've been doing, this day until the end of the year, this day until your next birthday, I don't care. The thing that's going to happen is that you will realize you can only go up from here. If you focus on, for example, losing weight, I can only get stronger. Can you gain weight? Sure. But if you're always focusing on the self-respecting habits and making higher standard choices for yourself, all the things, you're trying to grow your relationship with your body, you're only going to go up from here. If you focus on making more money, right? You want to make more money. Any dollar you make is more money than you made before. Even if your bank account goes down, there's always going to be fluctuations, right? There's always going to be that. But you always, like, I think about it like this. Every month in business, there's more money that I'm making more money than I've ever made before. So it stops being this like, well, what if I don't hit this metric, or what if I don't do this? And it just becomes a game of like, well, how much can I make this month? How good can you get this month? Do you see what I mean? If you're in a relationship with a little asshole, or you just got broken up with, or whatever it is, or you're not, it's one day you're like, oh, just another day of like another date not working. And no, it's one more date closer to who you having who you want. So I just think you guys have to be not so defeatist, and I'm just gonna keep pushing the button of like unsexy with this. And it's not even unsexy, it's an unsexy energy. And you just have to decide that so much is possible in 30 days, but not if you count yourself out. Not if you keep just sticking to the same routines and habits that you know are shit for you. Not if you keep just making the same decisions over and over and over, but expecting new results. Not if you keep thinking and diving into the same self-doubt, like sinkholes, and deciding something different can happen. So for you entering this month, you have to actually decide something will be different. Something can be different, but I'm going to be different first. I'm going to believe that open things are possible. The goals I want are still possible. And it's not do not think about this as Mackenzie is saying that I can hit my goal of $10,000 by a month from now, or that's it. So it's possible. But then if it doesn't look like it's happening, you're all of a sudden like, well, I don't believe, and see, it's another fucking thing. If it didn't, no, you're being a little negative Nancy Sally shit that no one wants to be around. You don't even want to be around yourself. You're making yourself miserable. You're making the people around you miserable. You're actually creating deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper seeds of self-doubt in yourself. It is not that. It is not, I believe in it until it looks like it doesn't going to happen, and then I start doubting myself and I turn on myself entirely and I don't believe again because I don't feel like it's safe to believe in myself. No, that's what you've done before. We're not doing that. What I am saying is you have to see that what you want is actually completely available. There's no reason, like there's not actually reason that just because it hasn't happened, it couldn't happen. It is actually an option for you to create that this month if you decide to act differently. Does it mean it's going to perfectly happen? No, it might not. But if you're just going to give it, let's say I give myself until June 30th. If on June 30th it didn't happen and I start turning on myself and I don't believe, or even June 15th it doesn't happen, because that's what a lot of you guys are going to do. It's like a couple days past, you're like, well, it doesn't look like it's going to happen in the next 2 weeks. But even let's just say I get to June 30th and it doesn't happen. If I stop believing just because it didn't happen, you weren't really believing anyway. You were just waiting for that time to keep ticking down. It's more the idea of I hold the belief that it can happen. I show up. I believe like it can happen. I keep myself open to possibility. I keep believing, and showing up like it, so that I get actually closer, so that momentum ends up picking up, right? It's a bit of the idea of I see it's available and it's on me to create it. And I want to create it. And if it's only ever really up from here, and I see it's possible for other people, and I want it to be possible for me, I'm going to actually believe that it's available. Because if I believe that it's available, I'll start acting like it more and more. I'll start looking for opportunities. I'll start taking different kinds of actions to put myself out there. I will start feeling more like it is available. And if I feel that, I will take new actions and I will do new things, and more actual opportunities, whatever, will end up coming through from that. Every single time that I commit myself to, I'm going to actually believe. I'm not going to be a stupid little shithead who doesn't believe and keeps doubting and creates going into the self-doubt sinkholes where it can't happen. And then I get frustrated that results aren't like, I'm just not going to be that person. I'm going to be the person who, you know what? It can't fucking happen. It can't happen, and I want it to happen, and I'm going to put myself into a higher energetic state so that my nervous system feels safe going after it. I feel safe going after it. It feels fun to go after. I'm actually having a good time going after it. Everything becomes a lot more sustainable, and I can keep going on it. And then I will see momentum. I will see more opportunities because my brain is not now looking and scanning for rejection, failure. It's not going to work. I suck. It's now looking for, oh, that can work, or that can work, and that can work. One of the greatest gifts, I'll remind you guys, for my Fiat girls in here, one of the greatest gifts I've ever given myself is the gift of the more empowering truth, which is one of the trainings in tier 1. It's literally so overlooked, but that's it. On so many of the coaching calls that I have, you guys will come give me some problem that's not really a problem at all, and I'm like, well, I would look at it this way. You could look at it that way. I'm gonna look at it this way, but both are true. This one will just get you further. That is a skill you need to be able to adopt this last month if you want to do more in these next 30 days than you thought possible. I actually expect June to be a fantastic month, and that's what I'm going to manifest and think for myself. That's what you should be doing for yourself as well. But just remember, all the goals that you want to hit could be happening in these next 30 days. That is completely up to you, on you. So you have to decide what you're going to do with that.